Hello, thanks for joining me. Going to be using 123 design to see if I can create a dragon's egg, which can later be printed off. So I'm going to see what good options there are out there. Hey, that's me. I can't imagine myself talking too much to begin with, so I'm just going to put some music on in the background quietly. Yeah, that'll do. That's all that cool. Right, first of all, let's see if we can play around with some things and get a general egg shape. Try extruding that and then playing around with that. Just need maybe a little bit more. And let's see what kind of finish it gets when we create a rounded edge. Oh, fuck. It's alright, but it's a bit weird at the same time. Not terrible. What we'll do for now is shrink it down and keep it in the maybe pile. Maybe there's a better way to make the body and the structure, we'll see. Right. Maybe loft would be good here. You can set a bunch of sketches up like a ladder, and it just draws it directly up. It's rather nice. So what I'm going to do is make a few of these above each other and larger. I'm just going to copy it, paste it, lift it. Okay, right, let's try that again. Copy it, paste it, lift it, there we go. Right, and I want this to end up being somewhat tapered, so it'll be bigger at the bottom than it is at the top, not a heavy taper. So let's get that a little bit bigger. Copy it, paste it, lift it, and enlarge. Be much bigger. Now I'll undo what I'm about to do, but I'm just going to do it so that you can see what I'm planning on doing. Select that, and that, and that, and that, and so the option loft here is also up here. You click on that. Oh, I missed a bit. Okay, but I think you can get the general idea. I wonder if I can do that in after the fact. No. So let's try that again. So that's the first one selected. And onto there. Damn it. Right, if you use the shift button to select multiple, actually I wonder if I can do it like that. Okay, that's weird, but that's kind of what I'm going for. Don't like that bottom one now. I think I can just move it up a bit though, and the angle won't be nearly as heavy. Am I still live? What's he on about? Oh, sorry, ignore this. Right, where was I? Lifting that up. So yeah, let's try lofting that. Let's try from top to bottom. But we'll make a copy of that and keep that safe. In case it all goes wrong. Let's make that 50 mil. Just because it's a nice round number. Right. There's a little trick with loft that I haven't properly learned yet. And that's, and that's that if you select them all at once, it makes a nice, even, smooth run down. If you do them individually, then it creates an angle between the apexes of each angle. Either that or my shift key's broken. Highly unlikely to be the latter, probably user error. What is that? How did you even get that? What? How is it hollow? Okay, I have no idea how that's come up. Like, genuinely, I'm not even angry. That's a shape I've never seen made before. Is that a little dish below it? No. Be gone. Right. Let's try that again. Or better yet, try selecting them first and then lofting it from there. God damn it, why is it not doing that at the bottom one? And drum roll. Stop drum roll. Let's try making that a little bit bigger. Over time, in theory, I'll learn the shortcuts on the keyboard, but until such a time, yeah. Okay, it might be that I was selecting the circumferences earlier rather than the actual sketch. So let's try with that in mind. That one, then that one, then that one. Got a good feeling about this. I've got a good feeling about this. It's gonna work now. It's gonna work. It worked. Woo! Best day ever. Right. It doesn't look good. I don't know how I'm gonna make an egg properly out of that. Oh, no, wait, no, redo. Finally got it to work and now it's no longer working. It's okay, let's just carry on with this. Copy and paste and lift. And like I say, I want a bit more of a taper. How well that'll work, we'll see. Roughly sort of egg-shaped, roughly egg-shaped. Right, so then. Okay, so if you click the right bit, the correct bit, then the option will be there. But if you only click the edge by mistake, the option isn't there. That seems like something that's quite helpful to put to memory. Right, let's see what happens. One and there, drum roll. That's not the worst egg shape I've ever seen in my life. I mean, I probably wouldn't eat it, but that's because it'll be made out of plastic. So, you know, I shouldn't judge it based on that. Right, okay, yeah, that's we'll keep that for now. We'll keep that. That looks believable for an egg shape. Oh, I like that. I do actually quite like that. It's kind of got that sort of rough aesthetic. It's not perfect, but it's a dragon's egg, so, you know, doesn't need to be. Unless someone brings a real one out. Calls mine a fake. Right, don't need any of them now. Shrink that down. Do you know what, there might actually be something I can do about them top and bottom edges. That would be a lot easier to do it if I made it big. You are gonna get filleted. No, don't tell me no. Come on, be nice. It's my first stream. Oh, there. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Look at that. That's a good top to an egg. What about the bottom? What about the bottom? See, I'm half tempted to keep quite a flat bit just so it can be stood up easy. Well, no, that ain't gonna be stood up easily. No. Worst case scenario, I'll make a stand. It'll be a follow-up episode. It'll be beautiful. Right. Don't say no again. Come on, we did this last time. There we go. I see you there. That's good. That's good. It's a bit like a butthole, but you know, that's okay. That's okay. shrink that down. So I mean, I'm pretty happy with that as the basic shape of the body of the egg. Obviously, dragon's eggs are quite a cool thing to do because you can do pretty much any kind of colouring or anything you want. You know, you get a toilet roll holder and there you go, it's a dragon's egg. Compare it to a real one, you're done. But no, there are some that are really quite nice. So let's have a little look at what I can thingy. Some of the options. They've almost all got scales on. Right. Let's have a little look at the description. Oh, he's a funny little fucker. Sorry. Right, better plan. There we go. Maybe 100% infill when I make it. Tiny scales. Shimmers like polished metal, so that'll come from the post-processing, so I can't really do much about that. That would be a case of using the right kind of paint and the right kind of varnish to get a nice sort of polished metal look. However, it's covered with tiny little scales, so same with the colour. The colours can all be completely different. Apparently there's heat in it, so maybe a bit of napalm in the inside. Hey buddy, hold my dragon egg. No, right, okay. Tiny scales. So tiny scales. There's something we can do with this. Now, whenever I'm going to play with a bit of a component that I've got on the build, I try and keep it separate. Always copy and paste, and that way when, not if, but when you screw it up, it's just a case of doing that. I was supposed to delete the entire thing. Just a case of doing that, and copy and paste. And what I'd say is the more you do it, it'll probably once you get to a later stage project and you've got loads of bits all around, then it's probably worth just exporting an item to its own bit. So okay, let's get files set up for saving this. 123 files are all I'll be using tonight, and I'll give it its own folder because it's getting its own stream. So why the fuck not? That wasn't its own folder, was it? Who cares? No, I do. Sorry, one moment. I'm that guy. Right, so we've got it saved there. So that's how you export an individual thing. So if I was to load that up now, it would only be this thing here that would actually be on the script, that would actually be in the file. So later on, when you've got a few different things on the go, you can basically send that to its own place and work on it. So if you're working on a big project, say for example you're making like a tourbillon turret, you can put just the legs on a separate bit, and it makes it a lot easier to deal with. Of course, making a tourbillon turret from scratch in 123 design is way beyond me, so don't take that as advice. Okay, right, so then, it said it was covered in scales. Now there's a cool little feature on this. I think it's not revolve. No, it's a circular pattern. You can make an item and spin it around an axis to create loads of copies. So let's just show you roughly. Oh, that's a little bit too small. 5, it's a little bit too big. Yep, that'll do. So we stick that on there. Okay, right. So we'll snap that on there. There we go. And this is just me showing, showing you how the the circular pattern bit works, and B, make sure that the thing I'm planning on using works on this egg-shaped design, which very well may not. Oh, bugger, now it's snapped. There we go, right, unsnap that. And circular pattern, circular pattern. So that's the solid it's selected, so then we select what the axis we want to put it round on, and I can't select the thing that I wanted, which is a shame. Well, you can see it puts the axis here, but it throws the other two very, very far off, but that's okay, that's okay. So we undo that. Oh, I really want to unsnap that. Just stay unsnapped, yeah. You stayed unsnapped, you're not unsnapped, right. Generate separate. Don't know if this will work. That's fine, that's fine. Do you know what? I'll undo all the way until that's down there, and I'll do it manually. Are you happy now, 1, 2, 3 design? So use this align tool, it's like one of the best things ever. You can get things just to line up mathematically perfect. So we'll move that down a bit. They're a lot closer to each other now, so it's less of a drama. Oh, apologies. One moment. I'm not too sure if I have or haven't. Probably not though, Darren, in response to that. Or maybe I type in here for a delay. It's always hard not to get mesmerised by these things. Oh, I just saw my message. Anyway, right now I'm getting distracted. So that's fine, that's fine. So, I'm going to move this down and over. Down and over. So just so they're touching, like I say, it didn't work with this item as an axis point. But that's quite easy, because what we can do is just draw a circle sketch around it. Let's view from the top and put it right on there. Or not, whatever, I don't even care. So let's draw it elsewhere. There we go. You happy now? 1, 2, 3. So then we go down and across. Hopefully that one can follow. So we can use the shadow to determine roughly where it is. We can obviously only move it at the moment on the Z and the X axes, but it's easy enough, and there's even a shortcut keyboard, keyboard shortcut even, to do it a bit better, and they're down like that. So they're sort of touching, the two important bits are touching. And I don't think I can use the align tool for a sketch, but I will double check that. Click on solids or mesh, so no, that's not what I can do on there, but that's fine, this is fine. It doesn't need to be perfect in theory. Yet. Right, okay, so if this works, which it may not do, ooh, I don't like how aligned that is, to say it's not. That's good enough. Right, yes, so let's try and create the circular pattern using that circle as an axis. Solid, that one, and pattern, or axis, that one. So there we go, you can see it's the others that have been created are still attached to the actual original unit. There's a few things we can do, so I mean 3 is good, but what if we want to do 30? That's nice. Now, as you can see, I've just done this with a quick little sphere, just to show you what it's capable of. I'm going to undo that because ultimately that's not too relevant. That I don't need. Now, what we can do is, it's quite complicated, but I'm redundant, so whatever, I've got nothing to do. Sorry, one moment. Click on the tab and then click dashboard. What tab where? Get dashboard? No. On the right hand side. That can go. Tab and then dashboard. Now I can't see his chat. Sorry for the delay, by the way, where this is day one. This was almost certainly going to happen. Right. Turn that down. Oh, no, that's not. I've got a little one icon. There's people. Right, so am I here now? Game and category. Haha. I don't know if it's. I'm not sure if there's actually going to be the program in there. Very well. That is what you said earlier, and I didn't fully listen. That one there, yeah. Cool. You know what, I'll deal with all that later. Let's update that. Right, so that's that updated. Fantastic, right. So we're back in there now. 4 people. Oh, they're lovely. Hi, people. Right, anyway. Dragon's Egg. So what we want to do is maybe make a scale that we can put in place of the sphere. Now something, say for example, like this, or like these should be quite easy. Obviously, where these are lots of different types, all mosaics together, there might be a way to get it to tessellate very nicely, very quickly. I think that might be a bit beyond me at the moment. But I've got an idea, actually. This may not work. Right. Thank you, Darren. Right. Nope. Damn it. This is just me using the lines to see what I can draw. And there might be an option to draw a tessellating shape that almost looks like a scale. Don't quite know how well that's going to tessellate, however, missed a bit. There we are, right, and extrude there. I don't think this is going to work for a scale, but you never know. Let's do it to 10mm thick for now. Right, let's do something about that edge, because that's going to be the thing that sticks out.
Welcome to the world's #1 software for personal trainers. Now you can easily manage your fitness business with your
We will already get enough of that. Typing what? What have I typed? Oh, I'm with you now. I'm with you now. Is that done? There we are. So the notes are. Do you know what? I'm going to change up. I want that one. Yeah, that'll do. Right. No, wait, no. Right, so let's get that. Let's get that a bit of a rounded edge. Well, actually, let's see how a straight edge would look. That doesn't look bad for a dragon scale. Give it a bit of an edge to it. But let's think how these are going to be layered, so... a bit like chainmail. I mean, there's a lot that could be done with these thingies, these basic scales. Don't know how much if I like that. I love little home icon down there. See if I can tweak that edge. No, that's fine. That's fine. Didn't even want to. Totally wanted to. Not gonna lie. Just want to tweak it a little bit. Just a little bit. Worst case scenario, I can always turn it into an Assassin's Creed symbol, I guess. Right. So when these layer over one another, that should create a nice interlacing effect. What happens if I do that? Nothing. I'm gonna turn that back to 0 though, because I probably did do something. Ooh. No, I won't do that. Oh no, too far. No. Oh, it all went wrong. Occurs to me one moment. I might actually, if the Twitch chat streams to the app, then bear with me a moment and I'll have access to the chat. But thus far, I've only been loading up here and there. It looks like I should be able to half see the chat now. There we are. Right, so let's try and get these a little bit angled. So, up, maybe not all the way. I can do actually now is bring that down a little bit because I want to fillet some of the edges. I think that'll give it quite a cool look. Should come together quite nicely when painting as well. Let's try that first rounded one. Oh, don't do that, God. Don't be that guy. Come on, guy. Oh. That does not look symmetrical. That really does not look symmetrical. Because this line here is formed, I don't know how or why, so something gets out of line like that, just delete it and, you know, you got loads of spares. Actually quite like that, you know, but it's not about what I like, it's about which one looks better. So again, if you want to select two things, shift, and do both at the same time. It's a bit more organic. You can see a lot of this is me just basically learning, playing around, toying with it. Do you know what, considering I can shrink that down, that's a little bit better. It looks a bit more like a tooth, but you know, that's not so bad. a couple of ends inside. We don't need that one just yet. Let's angle them out of it. Actually, I do need another one, don't I? If you want a nice snug fit and something to tessellate quite well, there's a good option to subtract something against something else. They don't look like natural scales at the moment. It's not great. I'm not happy with the design. Not even close. But it's a start. I do actually need leather shortcuts on the keyboard for this, so that one there is the main image, and we want the overlapping parts provided by this one here. Now drum roll, delete. So obviously you see I've not made much of an impression, generally because the idea that I had for these things, I'm not seeming to carry out into execution just yet at least. I'll play around, I'll get a few more ideas. Ooh, no, that's not now. But now, in theory, if I was to do the same thing on the other side, get that roughly similar. Delete that from that. Oh, that did not end nearly the same. Okay, right. Do that. I think that needs to come forward a bit. I can already see you're going to do that wrong, aren't you? Oh, I know what you're playing at. Trying to make me look bad on my first dream. From there, delete that, press enter, and that one's gone as well. It's close enough. So now, in theory, if we want to make a very nice forming and fitting mesh, it needs to be done a little bit more accurately than this, but we can have a couple from there. Oh, no, enter that one. You can sort of see how it would roughly fit. As you can tell, it's a bit touching the eye. So you've got a basic idea of the way that the dragon scales on the dragon egg would be formed. Probably would need to be rotated a little bit. Set profiles aren't identical. Control and T. Right, I'm going to land the play shot. There we go. Right. Never going to need to go to that bit again. Always Control and T. Lovely. Control and T is already irritating me more than finding the icon on the screen. But you know what I could do? I could do less challenges. That's pretty interesting. Pretty terrible. Bring that back a bit. Just overlapping. Right, now we can do with the group system, we can merge them all together, or we can group them all together. Grouping them all together means that they all select at the same time. So I'm going to click one of them, and it'll be the same as clicking. Don't embarrass me on the stream. Don't. There we go. Control and T. I was supposed to remember. Right, so we could group them all together, but we're just going to try and merge them. This is like extreme grouping. This obviously physically fixes them together, or digitally. One, and the next one. So the first one you click is going to be your source, and everything else also clicks to it as well, just because computers are magic. So we click enter, and just like the grouping, click one of them, they're all selected, and they're all moving now. But unlike grouping, that's a pretty set thing. It's a pretty set decision. But what we try doing is putting that in place of the sphere that we did earlier. So let's get a bit of room now. That can edge down one side, scales at the other. Creation somewhere in the middle. I've got like 3 of them that are the same, so I don't need any more of those Assassin's Creed symbols. But I'll keep the sketch because sentimental value. Now, see, there's a lot of imperfections and things on this. It's not going to turn out quite as I'm hoping, but at the same time, I'm hoping that where it's quite small, or it's going to be quite small, a lot of the imperfections aren't really going to be noticeable, or if anything, are going to help towards the kind of rough aesthetic to it. If I was quite comfortable with Blender, I could probably put this in Blender and give it an outside edge of like fur or stone or something like that. But I'm not, so I won't. Big scale, little leg. Easy enough to resolve. And down you go, down you go, down you go. Too far. Take it back. Oh, no, wrong button. Wrong button. Oh, my teeth gone cold. Oh, this was the worst idea ever. Right, quick cigarette. Where's my lighter? So I don't know how long this is going to go on tonight. It might be another half hour. It might be 2 hours. We'll see. We'll see. So we'll probably hit the halfway point tonight. What's the time? It's 11 o'clock. So yeah, I'll aim for about midnight tonight, and then that'll be 2 hours for the first broadcast, or just under. Yeah, it's quite fun so far. I'm certainly finding talking about the tools that I'm using a lot easier in that respect as well. No, I didn't mean that. Take it back. Take it back. 0. Good scale. Right, I ain't using snap this time because it takes it too seriously and doesn't give it back. And I can't see. Oh, I can just about see the shadow underneath that. Right, so when things overlap from one to another, you can just about see the change in coloration. So you can see not touching, not touching, not touching, not touching, starting to touch there. You can see just at the tips where it's starting to touch. So what we do want it to just about be touching. Maybe even a little bit deeper would benefit us quite a bit. Say us, I'm trying to will you guys into my personal sense of success. Ooh, that's on music. Angle that around a little bit. Okay, it doesn't need to be perfect, which is lucky. Try and get them perpendicular. Now a couple of options, either I can put the first horizontal ring down and see how it goes, or I can start working vertically, because obviously with the different shape of it, it's going to be a little bit different on each bit. What we'll do before doing anything, is everything here, copy, drop my mouse, pick up the mouse, copy again, because you know I dropped my mouse since copying, and then paste it, and then move that as a backup plan out of the way. So when I fuck it up, I've got that over there ready and waiting for me. Right, let's see how this goes. Let's just jump in there, let's make a circular pattern. Dun, dun, dun. So that's the solid, and for some reason it doesn't automatically switch it over, but you took the axis, and you took enter. So there's 3. 3 is good. 3 is a good number. So 2, but a little bit better. But what about 30? Computer. Oh, ooh. You see, now that's a lot. That's a lot, but at the same time, it'll mask any mistakes made. Let's look at like 8. See how that looks. That's terrible. 8 is just a terrible number. Okay, let's double it. Let's double it. See, that's good. That's good at 16. Let's see, 18. I kind of think that's the number. Let's check 30 again. That's quite good as well. You can still clearly see the defined parts outside of the ring. Okay, yeah, I like that. There's something, if you do go down this road, there's something I should warn you about as well, and that's in the free version of 123 Design, which is fantastic. It's free to use software. They charge at a professional level, like the big companies. And the video that I said suggested that it's free to use, so that you can get used to it. You understand how it works. And they get their money from the people at the higher end of the industry as such, which is a fantastic way of bringing complete newbies, including people like myself, into the industry. Lovely. Right, paste one of those, paste one of those. Just need to get one of them right in theory, and then the rest will fall into line. But I want to offset it a bit. Or do I? Yes, I do. It shouldn't be such a rhetorical should have called that So It Begins, but they didn't. Anyway, now I'm getting distracted. Creative, okay, right, I'll keep that in mind. In fact, I'm going to rectify that now. Right. See, I'm still just getting used to all the interface on this. So again, any things that you guys can point out like that are very, very helpful, even if it is shortly after when I mention. That's the same bit, isn't it? It's dashboard. No. It's got to be a quick and easier way. There's probably one button I'm ignoring. But that's fine. It's fine. Right, so then now that's offset. Let's get that into the body of the egg. Needs to be rotated a little bit. Just touching. Do we want to go again? Ooh. Okay, so as you can see, 2 mil is not far enough. 3 mil is too far. It snaps per 1 mil, so if you do have that happen, either you can adjust it down here, one of these two, I think linear snap. Linear snap. Linear snap. Linear snap. But it's probably easiest to do that. To be fair, it needs to be rotated a bit too. That'll do. It doesn't need to be perfect, I'll keep telling myself on others. But it does need to be overlapping the line below it. You know what? It might actually be better to merge these as I go along. So right, so obviously I've left this one out because I still need to create the circular pattern, and I don't think I can do that if I've merged them as all as parts. I have hit enter, it might take a moment. I should have saved it. let's just see what's happening, because it might just be going slow, or I might have just lost it, which is fine. This is fine. Just not click anything. Just wait. Let's just look at some dragon eggs. Just hide that in the background, because yeah, I hope that's not gone wrong. See, a lot of these are all very clean, and they look really cool. I mean, some of these look really awesome, and a lot of it comes from the paintwork after. A lot of it comes from the paintwork, which, oh, look at that. That's just pretty. That's real nice. I love that. That's good. Nice big scales. That'd be easy to paint. Wouldn't really... Yeah, no, I love that. I love that. Right, let's check on the model. Fingers crossed. Everything's fine. Let's try and move in this, like, 5 mil one way and then back again. So in theory, what should happen is the ring should go, the egg body should go, but this one bit here, this should stay where it is. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, it doesn't move quickly now, does it? That does not move quickly at all. There we go. So that's good. That's in theory what we wanted to see. So all of this is one clear unit. This is something separate, which we're going to do the same thing to that, but from a different angle. So I'm going to hit escape now, so it should undo that slowly. Excellent. Do you know what? That could probably actually do with coming out a bit further and being a bit more rotated. But if I do this now, and then every escalation, every elevation, I'm going to need to rotate it a bit more. This could be problematic. Because by the time I get to like half, well, 3/4 of the way up, it's going to be like a perpendicular, which isn't how real dragon eggs are. Yep, that's what I'm going to have to do. I'm going to rotate it a bit and then take it from there. So, Control and T, I remember now. Would have been quicker to click the little button on screen, but that's not what happened. Don't tell anyone. Yeah, I like that. Oh, one button. See, the problem is, now I'm starting to think of a completely different way of doing it, whereby I'm just doing like big individual scales, kind of quite similar. Oh, that is so pretty. That's so pretty. That's just such excellent paintwork. But no, I saw, you know, kind of like in the show, you know, the nice individual big scales. I couldn't do like that. That's probably a bit beyond me. I'm not too sure how they've done it, but that looks real nice and smooth, but also grooved as well. But just big, kind of like that, but bigger maybe. But I'm going to see where this goes. See how well this goes. A bit more. So for at least one row, we're going to have slightly sharper scales out. And then same again, circular pattern. That one, and then the axes. That one. And that didn't work. What did I do wrong? That one. Yeah, there we go. Don't know if I meant to do that, but it doesn't matter. Right, I've got an idea. It's probably a terrible idea. And I'm going to be moving a bit quicker than I have been previously. Because rather than an entire ring, inconsistent patches of it. Which I know is the polar opposite of the large sort of more symmetrical shapes that I just said I wanted. I'm impulsive. Fine, this is fine. Such a bother to manage later. Yeah, that's fine. That's not overthink it. So circular pattern again, circular pattern. And that's a solid, the axes, it's a circle. What we got with 6. Love it. Let's just put a couple of, just, should we say, random ones in there as well. Kind of fill in the blanks. Make sure the overlap is carefully taken into account. You see around here that would just look horrible, but again, you know, depending on the size that this is printed, maybe not. Maybe not. Again, it could all... No, that's going to look horrible. So just copy 3, paste, again shift for multiple selects, makes life so much easier. Just lift that up a bit. More. This is going to be the tricky bit, I think, getting it to just sit nicely on there, but again, it's not a drama if it doesn't. Right, this is making things work a lot slower, so I may end up calling it quits to this method of doing it, because it's just going to be slow and unworkable soon. But I'm not going to get rid of it as such, because I made it and I like it. So what I'm going to do is combine it. Ooh, yep. See, hopefully those two aren't attached. See, now I'm turning around and stopping doing this. This is why doing this earlier, a click and a button and a paste, and it's just saving time and effort now. So yeah, cannot recommend doing that enough. Right, let's merge all of these little bastards. And what I'm going to do is export this, because I don't, like I say, need to keep it. Here I'm not going to do anything with it, but I don't really want to get rid of it at the same time. At least not yet. Can always come back to things. Always print them off ironically. I think we can do that, there might be something that can be done. Little bits, I'm not going to join these up and then start another chain and join them up just in case something goes wrong. Still haven't saved it. Oh. Oh, that doesn't look good. I didn't instigate that change of screen. I'm not going to minimise this yet. I'm just going to let it have a little bit of background time. Just take care of stuff in the background. That's fine. That's fine. Look in a moment. Oh, sweet Jesus, I've seen God. Oh, I dropped my mouse. Go back to the other one. Where was it? There it is. That's good. Right, let's see if that's working. Let's have a little look what's going on here as well. Oh, that's good to know. Right, I think I've turned my desktop audio down a bit. So hopefully that's a bit quieter in the background. Oh, just look at these. That is some incredible paintwork after. But I'm getting distracted because of the failure here. Right, that's okay. It's okay. So I've done a pretty good job of outlining what you can and can't see. Sorry, what is and isn't connected, I think. From that green silhouette outline. I don't think I did them all. I could have sworn there was some more I still had to do, but let's have a little look. So Control and T, that thing there, and drum roll. Slow drum roll, obviously. Oh, it's going to shut it down, and I still haven't saved it. Oh my god, just fucking save it. Oh, let's get this exported. And I think I can delete it because it's safe somewhere else. Right. Right, so that is all one piece. So let's export that. Did I save it? Have I saved this already? It says untitled. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Right. Failed Dragon's Egg because it's a failure, and that's absolutely fine. No mistakes and all that, blah blah blah. So that's exported, which means I can do this. Gone. To time it nicely with the music, I will save it. Stick a little V1 on there as if I know what the difference is. Right, so what we're going to do here, the basic concept I think is fine. I do want to revolve some scales around there. I think the tessellation and the size was probably not a great, no, that was a mistake. And because it was a mistake, we save it, we don't just delete it. So that can go over here with the scales, and see we've got a graveyard of bodies with only one body. The other is there for almost like a clipboard, and we've got a grave of scales from the sketch to the model we've tweaked around with, and that bit there, which fuck you a little bit. Yeah, I deleted your egg. Right. So then, how about a bigger scale? Something more to scale? Ah. Oh, I'm just using puns to mask the pain of being out of tea. Do you know what? No, I think a 5-minute tea break actually. Yeah, because bye. back. Right, so am I still active? Ah, thank you, Darren. Right. Oh, I assume I click follow. Ah, right, no, focus. So a better shape for tessellating is going to be a good bet, with bigger individual scales. I mean, how I want them actually, how I actually want them sticking out of the design is debatable. Right, I've got that one over there as safety, so I'm just going to play around with this for now. In fact, let's get that pretending to at least look a little bit shaped like that. Oh, fuck. Yeah, that'll do for now for a scale. Oh, it's so tiny. Okay, right. Let's make that bigger. Just so it's easier to handle. Yeah, that's fine, that's fine. So that's our rudimentary dragon scale. You know, I'd love to be able to get those corners brought in. I wonder if I can. That one there. And let's try shift. Shift is brilliant for this. Have I got them both selected? Let's find out. I do, look at that. Right, so that's not exactly what I wanted, but the fact that I have got both of them, let's see what I can do with it. Okay, right. Something I want to try with that now. If I can get this to taper off, which I think maybe press and pull. That's tapering. That's tapering. It's very long, but it's tapering. That went weird at the bottom there. Okay, right, that's a bit more scaly. It's a bit more scaly. That's good. That's good. So have a little spin around. I said let's have a little spin around. Okay, right, that's the scale that we've got for now. That came out. I wasn't expecting to make a good scale there, and maybe I haven't, but I'm happy with that. Right. So then copy paste. Right. Just leave that over there. Oh no. We have order. We have rules and setup. The graveyard for the scales is over there. Rick, give it life. Go on. Right. Now then, since we've got that one complete, we can try fucking around with this one a little bit, just see what happens. So let's raise that up by say 20 millimeters. I realise I'm already heading down the path that I was on earlier. This is a bit neater, so maybe it'll be a bit better. I don't even believe the words I'm saying either. No, that's good there. Push that back a little bit behind them. To be fair, what I could do with doing is giving it a bit of a rotate. I'm alright, I didn't rotate it there. I had another idea. Try and get these even. Right, so let's merge the two separate lines to each other, but not the two lines to one another. If that makes sense. Oh, that's grouping. Merging, there we are. Oh, I didn't mean, or whatever I did there, I didn't mean. Right, now, you know what I'm going to do right now? I'm going to try... Ooh, I don't know if that's going to work, you know. I want to try and round off these edges a little bit here. And here. And here. And here. See how they look. Oh yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's a lot better. Or, let's try chamfered edges. Ooh, which one is more dragon eggy? Straight edges or rounded? It's got to be rounded. It's got to be rounded. They're like stones and they get weathered. That's my logic I'm going by. Terrible logic. But not a terrible scale. I think I can do something with those bottom edges as well. No, that went wrong. That was terrible. That looks good, but if I can use press pull on this tiny little bit here, then I'm hoping, do you know what, you're in the way, go over there, go over there. Right, anyway, press pull on this tiny little bit here, hopefully I can just push, oh, I don't think tweak will do the job, too much pressure. Nah, choked. But see what happens. Oh. Okay, right. Let's do it by the numbers. Actually, you know what? That might nearly be set. Let's have a little look at 2. Okay, 1.7. Right. I said away. Thank you. Nope, drop my mouse again. Right, so I'm going to make a quick cigarette. To be fair, while I'm not doing anything for a moment in terms of changing or adjusting anything on screen, let me show you why I decided to make a Twitch account and broadcast my 3D designing. Get rid of that. Hello people! Right. Load that. And so a while ago I downloaded a design from, I think it was Fun Labs on Thingiverse, a really great Symmetra turret. I thought that's quite cool kind of thing. Like really cool, got it polished up and such. Design was a bit beyond me, a bit beyond my capabilities. That was a while ago. It's all finished now, all painted up and quite nice. And I thought I'd give a little go at making it from scratch in terms of the design on 123D. Sat there for an entire night on Overwatch, on the hero gallery with Symmetra's turret on the screen, and basically, oh, that's not all of them. Yeah, I had a good night just doing a little bit more and a little bit more. Let's see how messy this one is. Lots of little things and bits and stuff everywhere. So there's a few different things I played around with. Oh, it's gone slow. It's gone real slow. Okay, this might have been a bad idea. This might have been a real bad idea. Well, I've got quite a bit. Oh, there's a recovery. It's a signal. 11:39. That was now. What's going on? This is fine, right? Yeah, this is fine. Stop trying to get me to recover it. He's scaring the crap out of me. Right. Oh, that seems fine now. Right, so yeah, just the Symmetra turret, started playing around with it. I've done individual pieces for each bit that's a different colour, which makes it a lot easier to spray paint in slightly larger amounts. Which I think is pretty cool. Lets you, in theory, process through quite a few more. And the end result of it was this. So this is the size modelling of this is 60mm from side to side, so this is about 6 centimeters wide. one of the legs was bigger than the other. I changed it at the last minute, and you know, wanted to have at least one backup copy in case it was a stupid idea. Always a good idea to do that. In theory, what I'm looking at doing is selling these on somewhere like Etsy. Obviously, they're designs I've done sort of from scratch and such. So the license is there. I wouldn't mind putting some like light storing clay in here. My friend Coop's got some of that, and that might be an option. And if I get a bit further into it, I could probably hollow this bit out and get some LEDs on the inside of it so it lights up, kind of thing. That was where the nights work, and I was so happy with the end result. But more importantly, the actual process of getting there, I was like, you know what, that's something I wouldn't mind have having kept track of. So, but the dragon's egg's not going quite so well, is it? I mean, in comparison to that's beautiful. That's just look at that. Look at it. Oh god, it's so amazing. It's so amazing. But that can go. Let's not change the save. Let's not save the changes. Right. So then, we've got this one here. Obviously, it's very long at the moment. Let's try squishing that up a bit. Use smart scale so that you can just do the ones that you want. Oh no, it didn't do just the ones I wanted. It did others. Oh, I made it wider. Oh god. Actually, making it wider is not a problem. In fact, if anything. Make it wider and then use the normal scale. Wrong button. Still going to be the same problem. Some of them are going to overlap in a good way and some of them won't. Right, I fell in love with these scales. I now hate them. Off to the graveyard. I've changed my mind. Both of you. Get over here. Yeah, this is almost certainly going to be a multi-day project. I hope you don't mind. If not, there's an unfollow button there. Please God, don't. Right. Different design. Let's draw one from above. Oh, I love this track. Forgot what I was doing. Oh, yes, right. Hexagon might be. No, let's just get a polyline. They're nice and simple. Simple, damn it, simple. So I'm just working hard to not forget my tea this time. Right, so then let's make that shape, extrude that nice and easy. Let's do it 1 mil, 10 mil. Right. Okay, now what I'm thinking is maybe we make the 3D-ness of it here. There's a spare sketch there that I should be able to move up. Just like the dragon egg, only much smaller. Well, about the same size. It's to scale. Oh. Let's just bring that down to a tiny weeny little size. Tiny size, tiny size. A dot, a literal pinpoint. Yeah, that's good. Should have copied it. Should have copied it. It's not too late. Yeah, let's copy it. And I've saved it. Things are going well. Oh, it is too late. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. This is fine. It's still the same size. It's just smaller. It does exactly the same thing. No, it didn't paste it. It didn't copy it. Oh, it's all going so wrong. Copy. Paste. Move. Thank you. Too far. Okay, now see if I can use this face as a sketch. This face here is a sketch. I'm going to try lofting it. There it is. That is there. Okay, right. Oh, that's nice, isn't it? That's nice. That's quite nice. Right, now I think I have an over tendency to get a basic decent shape and then play around with it too much. With that in mind, I've got a nice decent basic shape. I'm going to play around with it. That's kind of cool. Oh, I love that. That's getting worse. That's a lot worse. It's terrible. But a little bit of a curve is quite cool. So look. That could be good. That could be good. Let's leave it like that. Oh, I didn't copy and paste it. I'm a fool. It's alright. It's not too late, and it is important. Let's undo that. Copy that. Paste that. And leave it to the side. I'll actually leave it to that side. I'll try chamfer on one. I'll try a few different shapes. With that in mind, let's copy that again to make sure I do try a few different shapes. A little bit further, good. So a little look at chamfering just that edge. That's terrible, that's the worst one yet. That's nice. I like that. I like that a lot. Just that nice rounded bottom bit. Yeah, that's beautiful. Right. So then, what about these two top bits? That's good. Too much and it gets bad. But what if I can get that around this? Oh, too much, take it back. Right, and a very light and gentle chamfer. Gently, gently. Just a bit. Well, how much is it? Yeah, I like that. I like that. See, now what I could do is I could make, like for example, 3 or 4 different scales and in each ring multiply it by about 3 times. So it's got that weird sort of look as if it's right, but not sort of, shall we say, the computer generated repeated image. That's an option, and I can get that image looking like that pretty easily with a few tweaks like that. See, that's a different scale. You know, even before I start dicking around with all the edges and such. Oh, I could assemble this so nicely. No, I want to press pull, please. Okay, you want to play like that? Let's select you both. I don't think just a thinner one is going to help much. But a wider one might do. Okay. So what if I press pull just this bit here? Yep. Oh, except for that bit up there. That's unfortunate, but I can scale that back to there. And I don't think there are going to be any crossover lattices from this one. Yes, that's good. Looks a bit weird, but after a bit more tweaking it'll look even more weird, so hold your judgment. Right, what we're going to do next. Let's give that edge, give it a bit of a flat edge. It's starting to look weird for a scale, but it can end up in the graveyard, or I could end up using it, or it could give it that weird authenticity of every scale being quite different. But at the same time, this is a fantastic example of having a good idea and then just tweaking it to death. Oh, I like that. So we've got one that's pretty much symmetrical and perfect, and we've got a wonky one. And that one's symmetrical and perfect, but I haven't done much with it other than lower the base to change the minor geometry of it, which is fine. That's fine. What shall I do with this one? This is just going to create a straight edge, isn't it? I don't really want that, but... Oh, I've done a mistake again. Right. So the most normal looking one is that one. Something else to play with. Another scale. See, that one in theory is complete. That one is too weird and unique to do anything with. That's the closest one that's pretty much close to stock. Not anymore. I like that actually. All the tops are identical. I need to rectify that. Start with a quick chamfer. I want some sharpness. Not a lot though. This probably isn't going to work as well as I'm hoping. That didn't really do much, but it didn't go nearly as wrong as I thought it was going to. Do you know what? Right. In theory, getting somewhere near to the end of the stream. Couple of hours. Good first stream. So maybe another 10 minutes. I'm just going to get some of these scales onto this egg and see how it goes. And up. In theory, all different sizes. But how big is the average size? That's going to be an important question. And there's even a chance, once all the scales are on, I might try attaching the scales to one another rather than to the egg. And at the end, like the old paper mache balloons, I can just delete the balloon on the inside, and the paper mache will hold the scales up. That'd be cool. Yeah, that size looks good. Right. Right, we'll call that the first scale set in place. I'm a fool. I didn't copy and paste enough, did I? Actually, you know what? Let's stick another one on straight away. Of the same type, I mean. Once you start messing around with the rotating it and then copying and pasting, it can be a bit of a nightmare getting the getting used to the ways that the arrows are pointing. Or maybe it'll just come with time. So as mentioned earlier, you can see when it intersects another item. Just going to try and put it above and to the right of this one. If I just tip it back a bit. Do I actually want them to fully overlap? Yeah, just a touch. That's good. I think that's good. I think that's what I want. That would look good. Have I got another one of those? I do. So let's try getting one of the weirder ones in. It's not quite weird enough though, is it? It doesn't quite look like a dragon scale. Like I'd almost rather have a load of these ones surrounding it just for the sake of it. Because I reckon that could look amazing once done. Oh, but then they're all identical, and I wanted to avoid that, and it's a very slow, time-consuming process. Choices. I'm gonna save it first. Right. Yeah, I think a million of these, or at least however many the surface area requires, a load of these ones, and rather than using the ring technique, literally layer them in by hand. I think that's going to be the best bet. I think that will create the cleanest looking end result. And then I kind of already want to print it out and spray paint it purple, a nice metallic purple. Oh, let's have a little look at that other one, because that was nice. Oh, that's so pretty. Oh, look at it. Oh, there's another awesome one there. But don't make it smaller, it's the same one. Oh, that's cool. Unlucky. Oh, yeah, that's nice. Oh, that's actually real nice. I mean, oh, that's different. I mean, I could make this shape. Don't know how I could roughen it up much, but then I could, much like with the lofting, lift it up, copy and paste it, shrink it a bit, lift it, copy and paste it, shrink it a bit. That's nice. Oh yeah, follow like Twitter and Twitch, you know, if you want. It's also very shiny, but there's nothing I can do about that. Right, so then. The die is cast, the decision is set. Probably going to be easiest to copy and paste all of these. Maybe a top view could help. And again, I'm not actually going to attach any to this. In fact, should I attach them while going along? How happy am I with some of these? Quite happy. Happy enough. You are now friends for life. No takesies backsies. Oh bugger. Oh, I've got one over there. That's all right. Well, let's just see. I mean, I wanted to do it individually, but if I can do two at a time. What's happening on the Twitch side of things? Hey, there's me. Yeah, I got sick of that track. Right, anyway, that was a fun little distraction. Actually, let's turn Twitch off. Not Twitch off, you know what I mean. I don't know what I mean, so, you know, if you don't, that's fine. Trying to take a shortcut by using 2 at a time. No, let's just stop right there. It's already looking a bit bad because of it. 1 at a time. 1 at a time. Take longer, but I'll be better for it. Oh, it's coming up to the end of the Twitch. Oh yeah, now I'm done streaming for the night. Yeah, no, fucking might as well. No, something went very wrong there. Ooh, do you know what I fancy? That'll do. That'll do nicely. Right. I'm going to roll that back a bit so it's underneath the one above it. Too far. Yep, I like that. Actually, maybe a tiny touch more. Yeah, I'll do. Not that'll do, I mean that's right. That's totally that'll do. Right, the keyboard shortcut for merge. It's going well. It's going well. Might end up making the egg a bit bigger, and I can do that without messing that up too much. So that way the scales will be bigger when I print it, even if I reduce the size of the egg. But the egg won't even appear. Like I say, I'll pop the balloon. It's a big egg. It's like I've learnt nothing, seriously. Copy it, paste it, put it somewhere safe, then dick around with it. Right, and you might remember even that I mentioned earlier, you get to a certain point where maybe you want a clean workspace. Like, I don't want to get rid of these scales and stuff that I've done, or the other scales, or the abject PC crippling failure that I've made tiny and hidden in the corner. I don't want to get rid of them, but it's a bit unfeasible to work in this condition, where things will start getting slow and lagging. So I know what I need. I've got the 3 of them there, the 1 of them there. Let's get that a little bit closer. So I'm pretty sure I can do this with multiple items, but I might need to do this across several bits. Export selection, just down here. And you might at some point need to do this into Cura, in which case you change it down here into STL, nice and easy. A little bit too easy. when I was making the Symmetra turret, I found it easy to have a temporary file that I just sent things to and then overwrote automatically. So, wait, no, this shouldn't be temp. Yeah, so this is Dragon Egg 1, so let's just open that up there to make sure. So that's the failure egg that went earlier. That is where we are currently. I don't remember what that is. I'm quite curious. I might have to open that. And that's the file with just these these 3 bits here. So obviously I'm just trying to save everything. So let's just make sure I've done that. 1, 2, 3. Yep, and yep. Invalid operation. Okay, right. Yeah, but that's fine. Fuck you too. 1, 2, 3. That's saved. That's fine. So I'm going to open up that Dragon Egg one, and then I'm going to see to make sure it's all where I think it is. So this, I don't know what this was earlier. Did I export it? I must have exported that shape. That's fine. That's fine. So in theory, I've already done half of that. I don't need that then. So in theory, here is the 3 items: the scales, the attach scales, and great. So then, this seems like a good point to put this onto the V2. Oh, I need to change the name, don't I? That's 1, 2, 3 document. So obviously this will save a copy here. In theory, what's in the background will still be Dragon's Egg temp, but if I decide to send the design back, I'll override that and then import it from the other one. Right. So this is Egg V2. And this is my cup of tea. Right, I wanted to make that bigger, didn't I? Or I could have made the scale smaller. There's no getting around the work, I'm going to need to do quite a bit. Do you know what, I could actually use this. Let's see how well the snap feature works for this. To just click on there. Yeah, that'd work quite well. That'd work very well actually. Oh, that's interesting. Right, let's undo that. So let's undo that. Undo that. There we go. Thank you. Oh, look at that. That could be interesting, couldn't it? So I'm just gonna copy that, paste that, paste it, paste it, paste it, paste it, paste it. Oh, there's only 2. Doesn't matter. Right, and then just 1 on the back, and 1 somewhere else. That's not what I expected at all. That's no 1 on the same point. Song needs to be faster, damn it. That's a problem. Are these all pasting the snapper to it as well? Right, I'm very close to the end of the stream. However, what I'm going to do just before I go is break it in exactly the same way I did last time. So what we need is a circle sketch. One of them. Put it right on top of there. Right there. Come on. Thank you. You know what we're going to do. That one. And then that one. And same again. 30. 38. 45. That's got a good ring to it. Still not. 49, dude. You see, I like that. Oh, I do like that. Is there a gap in between? I just need the tiniest bit of an overlap. Okay, right, let's try 50. I like that a lot. Bucket. Okay, the stream was about to end, then I did that. So now I need to do this. And that, 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 and that. And that, and that, and that. Whee! Damn it, egg. So now I have a strip of slightly inclined scales, which I can copy. Lift. Oh, this is going to be so cool if it works. I mean, confidence, of course it will. And just gently line the grooves up. Doesn't matter how far around it needs to go. What have I done? No, I did it wrong. It doesn't matter. Oh, that's quite good. Oh dear. Damn it. Okay, right. Let's do this by numbers. So just gonna literally start guessing random numbers. There. 28. That looks good. Does it look good all the way around though? It does. It does. Oh, this is working. Guys, this is working. I needed to go to bed. Right, so now we just need to lower the size a little bit to account for the taper. Too far, take it back. Wait a minute. I see you there. Let's take care of one thing first. Oh, that's not one thing. Oh, why am I still awake? Because the circle pattern came through. The circle pattern came through, guys. Smart scale's quite a good one if you want to specifically put in the what you want out of the size. It's probably going to break my computer. Or maybe it's too big. Anyway, clearly doesn't always work in the way I anticipated it to. Thinking maybe a little bit more before bed. A little tweak and then edit. Not with smart scale though. Oh, too far. Sometimes it can just be a little bit easier to type the numbers in when it starts running a little bit slower. No, 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 no. Please undo. Go on, undo. I'll take it back. Didn't mean it. Let's try again. Totally meant it. That looks good. Kind of let go of the button at the wrong time, but you know what? That looks good. That looks real nice. Look at that. Right. Now what I want to do is join these two together and then do that again and again and again. But what I'm going to do before that is save one of these bands. Bands of scales. And again, this is going to start making things a little bit slower and such. This is my own fault. Maybe upgrade more RAM or something. I don't know. We'll see. Right, now obviously these will start to incline in and out, which I don't think I'm going to be able to do anything about other than make a new ring with one of these individual ones and just incline it a bit more angled, because otherwise it's going to just taper off perfectly. If I keep using that one to scale it down, it'll taper up quite nicely, but then look a bit weird around the top. So let's see what I can do about that. First of all, not by selecting the piece and putting it very far away. That's silly. I wonder if there's any way to hotkey something specific to one of my mouse buttons. That one. Control and T is not a great shortcut, just something with one button, that's what I want. But it's free and fantastic, so I really shouldn't complain. But I also should spend more time on Blender. Too far. Yeah, that's nicely inclined quite differently. Give it a quick save in case I fuck it up. In case. So confident of myself. Right. Save again. We still got the same circle above. What happens if I select that as the axis? No, let's not try and be heroes. Yeah, I like that. Now we know what time it is. Gonna merge them all together and then move it up very, very slowly. Very, very slightly even. Copy it, paste it, enlarge it very slightly. This is going to be a tricky one to get right, I think. As you can see, lots of slowdown. Right, now I'm not going to try and drag and drop it again because I'll see it perfect and then it'll catch up with itself and be gone. So 28 was lucky last time. Not this time. Let's try 25. See, I'm trying to get the angle just to line up perfectly here. Thank you, lag. 25 it is. I'm going to shrink it down ever so slightly. I'm just going to have a bit of faith that that'll have the intended effect. And let's save it. See, it probably would have been much smarter for me to make a much smaller egg and bigger scale to egg ratio, and only have like 8 or so scales around it. That would probably mean I wouldn't be having this slowdown that I'm having at the moment. That and more RAM. But lessons are fun. Lessons are fun. Great Rush song. That's good, that's good. I think that's what I want. That is what I want. I'm happy with that. Right, so now in theory I need to have 2 spare rings. That one's inclined. And this one, this is going to make it so slow. Copy, paste. And you're out of here. One, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, no way is it going to handle 11 more. But it's okay, I can put like 4 big ones on the top. That'll take up a bit of space. Cheat the system. Yeah, that's so good. Nighty night, man. Oh, it's so late. Oh, when did it get that late? Right. Right, so I got that. You know what, I reckon I can do the same again. One more of the verticals, and then I'll need to create more of an inclined one. Obviously I've got a, should we call it a positive incline there, neutral here. I'll need to start getting negative. But again, I really think I've made the egg too big and the scale's too small, and it's probably going to chug trying to get it done. But that die is cast. Or is it? No, smart idea, smart idea. Right, let's save this. Close it down. And all the building blocks I need. Right, so this is going to be 2.5. I'll save this separately. That's one of the reasons it's great to have a temporary file. You know, pure luck. Oh, you know what, fuck it, that'll do. Press the wrong button. So tired. Must finish. Don't even know if I need to have a big circle or if a little one will do. I'll find out now. The stream will be over in less than 3 minutes, by the way. If you're still paying attention, then wow. There it is. I think that's better. Oh, I'm going down, not up. I need to sleep. This is already looking so much better. 20, half the number. I did say like 8, but you know what, that's good, that's good. That's good, that's not going to fuck up my PC. And the one axis worked, that's everything's great. I'm going to end it on a high. I'm going to save it there. That's just Dragon now, not even V3. That's something special. It's been a pleasure, everyone. I wish anyone watching good night.